What do your fiddle leaf fig and your love life have in common? More than you might think. And it goes way beyond the obvious, both need attention. Think about the last plant you brought home. There was anticipation, maybe even a little anxiety. Will it thrive here? Do I really have what it takes to keep this alive? The same questions often swirl when we begin new relationships. Both plants and relationships reveal themselves slowly. What you see on day one is just the surface. The real story lies in the root system, the unseen foundation that determines whether something will collapse or flourish. Consider this. Plants adapt to their environment at a molecular level. They literally change their cellular structure based on available light, water, and nutrients. Humans aren't so different. Our relationships reshape our neural pathways, our stress responses, and even our immune systems. Research has also found that people who name their plants form stronger attachments to them. Once you've called your houseplant Percy, for example, you're more likely to notice when Percy's leaves droop. You've created a stronger relationship. This plant is not just any plant, it's Percy. This boundary creation also happens in our human connections too. We carve out unique spaces with specific people. Your relationship with your partner isn't like your relationship with your friend or your sibling. Each connection has its own ecosystem. Now, plants can't move themselves to better environments. They're at our mercy. Relationships, however, often face the same limitation. They can only thrive in the right conditions, but unlike plants, both parties have responsibility for creating those conditions. Now here's something fascinating. Plants communicate with each other through underground fungal networks, sometimes called the wood wide web. They share nutrients and warning signals about threats. Effective relationships require the same invisible communication infrastructure, a network of understanding that exists beneath the surface. Both plants and relationships experience seasons. A plant that appears dormant in winter isn't dead, it's conserving energy. Relationships also have winter periods, times of less visible growth, but that don't necessarily signal the end. Resilience appears in similar ways. A plant recovering from neglect doesn't instantly return to its former glory. It prioritizes healing its essential systems first. Relationships rebuilding after conflict follow the same pattern. Foundational trust must be restored before the outward expressions flourish again. Sometimes, growth requires removal. Plants shed leaves that no longer serve them. Healthy relationships sometimes require pruning outdated patterns and expectations, not as punishment, but as a path to new growth. Perhaps most importantly, both plants and relationships teach us that there's no universal formula. What works for one species or one partnership can be devastating for another. The sunniest window in your house might be perfect for your cactus, but would kill your shade-loving fern. The true art thus lies in observation without judgment, noticing what's happening without immediately labeling it good or bad. Is your plant stretching towards the light because it's struggling? Or is it simply responding intelligently to its environment? Is your relationship changing because something's wrong? Or because growth is happening? So the next time you miss your tropical plants or check your succulent soil, consider what these quiet green companions might be teaching you about your human connections. The parallels aren't random at all. They're reminders that all living things share fundamental needs and patterns. In both relationships and houseplants, the most beautiful growth often happens when we pay attention not to how things should be, but to how they actually are, and then respond accordingly. That was it. I hope you liked it, and I can't wait to see you next week with the next video. See you!